We have two legends facing off. Papa Palpatine and Raest. Raest on the Vampire Coast. Papa Palpatine on the Beastmen. Raest is known for a bit of silliness. He is a very good player with excellent, micro. But sometimes has some strange builds. Creative, some might say. Silly, others say. I'm definitely in the silly camp. But it can be pretty fun to watch. And when he puts on his tryhard pants, it can be a scary, scary time to fight Raest. Alright, for this Beastman, he does have Araness Assault Spite with her Spearfisher's Net, and then some of her buffs and debuffs. We have the Vampire Fleet Captain of Death, Spirit Leech, and Fate of Buna, front line of pole arms. 5 of those. Yes, and then a bunch of pistol mobs. No handguns. Then some animated Hulks and rotting gunnery mobs. Rotting Promethean gunnery mobs, the crabs. The crabos that stabos. And a dog in the distance. For the Beastmen of Pop Palpatine, we do have some Harpies, the Groghooks of Wolf's Run, then some Blackhorns, Ravagers, a Brasham and a Wild of Traderkin, Butchers of Kalkengard, a Jabberscythe, Morgar the Shadowgave with his spawn summons, and then Razorgore Herds and Archers. Pretty diverse Beastman build, taking a little bit of everything. Not a lot of Ungor Spearman Herds, just 3 of them. No, I guess 4, okay. They just start in the Vanguard, so it's hard to find them all. First spawn summon is already out. It is the voluntary one. It is not the one that comes from amount of damage dealt to a certain nearby unit. I imagine these bombers might actually become our second spawn in the blink of an eye. That flanking Scurvy Dog, almost called them Direwolves. Flanking Scurvy Dog already routed off 1 Ungor Raider. And Aranessa plus her lads getting rid of some Razorgore Herds and chasing off more Ungor Raiders. As we predicted, that bomber did become the second Chaos Spawn summon, and our first Fate of Buna is out from the Vampire Coast onto the Groghooks of Wolf Run. They do have regeneration, so as long as they don't take too much damage here while the Fate of Buna is active, they'll keep most of their models, and then all 60 of their models can regenerate. So as long as they stay nice and safe and just regenerate back up, that actually won't be too terrible of a time for the Beastmen. Does not look like they're going to do that, however, as they do commit their charge in onto the backs of these dogs and pistol mobs. Getting a lot of damage, though I do worry for their own safety. Crabos chasing off archers. Meanwhile, these scurvy dogs are continuing to prowl around the backlines and maybe continue chasing down anybody that's already routing. The Groghooks of Wolf Run have lost only 4 models. Again, if they back out anytime soon, they can regenerate quite a lot. It looks like they'll rout, which is honestly the best thing for them. Ooh, but the scurvy dogs are after them. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll see how well they can hold on as those dogs chase them away. Jabberscythe did get caught up by Aranessa. I wonder if she used one of her nets on it. Looks like she might have. This is taking insane damage. Butchers of Kalkengard fighting against Lamper's Revenge plus Halberd support. They are not enjoying that fight whatsoever, and they'll probably need to back off soon. Morgar's second Chaos Spawn summon is about to fade away, meaning now he's just a regenerating Beastman Lord. Does not have any summons to his name. Groghooves down to 39 models, getting awfully close to the edge of the map. It does not look like these scurvy dogs will crumble enough to let them come back. Second Spearfisher Net is out, and the Jabberscythe's charge animation actually takes it back into Halberds with its reduced melee defense. That might end up being a curse for it. Curious if the Groghooves actually got run off. They did by those scurvy dogs. MVP doggos. The other dogs are going to fade away. That is a shame. Would have been good to chase down more Beastman units with them, but it is what it is. It looks like another Traderkin is going to hit this area. It's overcast as well. Hitting Lamper's Revenge and Aranessa is key. Aranessa has no healing whatsoever. The Vampire Coast literally can't heal her up. She's not undead, so Invocation and Heck does not work on her. So all the dogs on the map are gone. Aranessa is at 1/4 HP and stuck there. The Deathcaster is very healthy, and the Brashman of Wilds is actually fighting her a little too closely, as a Spirit Leech plus some Pistol Poke is going to take her out. Jabberscythe tries to fight to the end, ends up routing away, takes big damage, and might not come back to the fight at all as Butcher's Kalkengard take the fight to the Lamper's Revenge. Still some zombies clinging to life. The Wilds caster is pushed away. Morgar is very healthy. We do still have some animated Hulks out here doing okay. But as the crumbling continues on, the Vampire Coast will lose some of their width. We'll see how that goes for them. Still a second half-health Gunnery Mob rejoining. Now, it's not the Lamper's Revenge. They don't have their... Oh, God, that was a lot of damage from these little archers. Okay, well that hurt a lot. Anyway, these guys don't have natural regen like Lampe's Revenge do. They rely on Indications of Nehek, which actually this Vampire Coast army didn't bring. They brought a Deathcaster. Archers reforming the lines, wondering what they should do. Looks like they're going to fire at the Vampire Fleet Captain of Death while the gunnery mobs run at them. That volley mostly goes awry. And the crabs will shut those archers down once and for all. Beastmen coming back on the balance of power just a little bit here. Ungor Spirit Herds continuing to fight against Pole Arms and the Lamper's Revenge, though those guys are regenerating. And Aranessa is just chilling. Blackhorn's Ravagers acting as a nice anchor piece, sticking around as they finish off more Pole Arms mobs, and Morgur is fighting alongside some of his Ungor Spearman Herds to kill off even more of the Vampire Coast chaff. Prometheans having to fight some cheap spears. Not the worst thing they've ever seen, but they probably don't enjoy it. No large units really enjoy fighting spears. Harpy's going to take a fight with the Vampire Fleet Captain of Death. That'll probably heal her more than they'll deal damage with her hunger. I'm curious if that'll end up being worth it. Blackhorn's Ravagers taking the fight with Aranessa and the Lampe's Revenge. Another Traderkin is here from the Brave Shaman who managed to come back. And it is Overcast. The Overcast damage shatters him. But it'll maybe kill Aranessa and the Lampe's Revenge on the way out, which is definitely worth it. Still have a pistol mob. They're firing at the Harpies on their way off the battlefield. And Aranessa, like we said, not undead, so she can't heal up from Indication of Heck, but that also means she does not crumble. She will now rout naturally. 248 HP. Lampe's Revenge are crumbling as Blackhorn's Ravager with Spearfisher netted. Trying to fight back for now. Spearfisher net wears off. They will kill Lampe's Revenge, though they themselves might rout in the process. Spirit Leech is out onto the Butchers of Kalkengard. Just trying to damage those guys, and then a taunt follows up to lower their stats, but man, they still have incredible stats despite the taunt. I don't know if that Deathcaster can get rid of these guys. She's going to take some serious damage there too, but again, she has the hunger healing, so maybe she'll be okay. Beastmen all of a sudden ahead on the balance of power. We still have a crab mob chasing off some Ungor Raiders. We do have a regular pistol mob. This is not a summon of any kind. Pushing back these Harpies. If it routs them, they will shatter. They have routed way too many times, so there they go. An Animated Hulk's trying to fight Morgur, not getting too much done with it. There's still a healthy-ish Polearms mob. Jabberscythe is returning to the fight with one leadership to fight Aranessa, who has 0. That is a bottom-of-the-barrel fight, and it looks like Aranessa will actually just rout. Butchers of Kalkengard going to take another Spirit Leech from the Deathcaster, who is dying in their clutches. She could not stand up to their might. And there they go. But not being in melee combat, I wonder if they rout. Looks like they'll hold on for now as the Jabberscythe is going to chase off Aranessa if it can hold on to its leadership. Pistol Mob trying to shoot at Morgur and the Blackhorn's Ravagers. Get a little bit of damage where it can around its own Deckhands mob. Pistol Mob routes off back at Blackhorn's Ravagers. Butcher's Kalkengard still regenerating up. Maybe they'll come over here, but they also maybe don't want to fight the Pistol Mob at all. Jabberscythe rear charges Aranessa. Does not manage to hit her, though. Its weird Mortis engine, because of her low leadership, is actually going. But there we go. It shatters. I knew it would happen. So the Jabberscythe just shatters away, leaving Aranessa to her own devices. Maybe she'll come back. Maybe she won't. Crabos coming back. Still have a lot of ammunition and a really good amount of HP, considering how late in the game we are. But they're not the Lampe's Revenge, so I wonder how good they'll be versus Morgur, who's currently getting shot by the pistol mobs. His 75% missile resistance keeps him very safe from their little pistol shots. And they'll probably want to walk past him and shoot at other stuff, realizing they can't do anything to Morgur. Aranessa, 0 leadership, getting close to the edge of the map. The pistol mob have firewall moving, so they will shoot at these spearmen that they're running at. Blackhorn's Ravagers route for the 2nd time. Ungor Spearman Herds route for, I think, their 2nd time. And these guys should pass straight for the Butchers of Kalkengard. Looks like they're going to do just that. And I wonder where Morgur's healing cap is. It's got to be coming close. Butcher's at 5 models left. Take a bit of a pistol shot to face. Silver Shield's going to keep them somewhat safe from this poke. They're not losing any models just yet. Pistol Mob trying to get one more volley before that big crash. It is not to be. There they go. Blackhorn's Ravagers do shatter. Aranessa goes off the battlefield. It is now just the Crabs versus the Butchers and Morgur. Morgur and the Butchers healing up as time goes on. It's actually getting worse for the Crabs as the game wears on. Using their little shotguns to poke. They kill off the Ungor Spearman Herds at last. Butchers and Calvin Guard trying to return to the fight. I think they're also on their last route. So we'll see if any of the shotguns can get meaningful damage on them and maybe push them out. Because then if they surround Morgard, they'll beat them up pretty good. Butchers are into the fight. Crab's fighting back. 1,700 HP on the Butchers and Calvin Guard. Army losses will hit for the Rotting Prometheans mob, so we won't even get to see the conclusion. Though, I honestly think it probably would have gone that way. Morgard probably could have grounded out. Deathcaster and the Gunnery mobs all did fine. Animated Hulks, they were there. They needed to exist. Polearms also did very well. For Palpatine, Morgard did fine. His Bray Shaman of Wilds did fantastically. Jabbersites didn't get too much done, unfortunately. Butcher's Calvin Guard did fine. Centaurs with throwing axes also got routed off very quickly. Harpies, Archers, mixed value. Ungor Spearman Herds did fine. Blackhorns Ravagers were really, really nice to have around. So, GG to these two players. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.